Welcome to week 4 of Reclaim Your Self-Worth. So we're more than halfway through this transformational process. And this week, step 4 is thoughts. We've started to stir the pot. So I'm sure at this point, a lot of things are starting to come up. Fearful thoughts, negative thoughts, and that's normal. When you are doing a practice of personal transformation and growth, it is natural to stir up the muck that's at the bottom. And don't be alarmed. Realize that it is part of the process and we can deal with this. Thoughts are energy. They're vibrations. And what you think you put out to the universe, it's going to come back to you. So it's very important to pay attention to what you're thinking because it will show up in your reality at some point. I personally was always consumed with a lot of negative thinking, especially while I was actively drinking. Once I was able to get sober and in recovery, I realized that all this craziness and this conversation, all these negative thoughts that I had were of my own making, my own creation. Nobody else was responsible for what was going on in my head. Only I was responsible. So you've got to take ownership of this now. You own what you think. Nobody else has access to your brain and can make you think anything you don't want to think. I think we're all guilty of repeating conversations in our minds or scenarios where you think of different outcomes and maybe I should have done this and maybe I should have done that. Let that go. Realize that whatever you did do, it's done. You can only change from this point moving forward in a positive direction. If you struggle with negative thoughts, you can put an elastic band on your wrist. And every time you have a negative thought, if you pull that elastic band way back and you let it go, it's going to snap, it's going to hurt, but it's going to act as a trigger to remind you about negative thinking. I've now progressed to the point of not using an elastic, but if I catch myself in dialogue with other people in meetings or just even in the car, and I'm consumed by some very negative thoughts, I start to tap myself on the temple. And that is my key to stop what I'm thinking and realize that doesn't serve me. Most of our thoughts aren't even true anyways. They're really just our own, creations. So if we're going to create them, let's create thoughts that empower us, that serve us, that support our growth and our self-worth, rather than ones that tear us down, make us feel guilty, or hurt others. Because when we're thinking negative thoughts about other people, we're really sending those vibrations out to that other person as well. So just be patient with yourself through this process. You're almost done. You're on the 4th step. And just allow what needs to come up. Let it come up. Let it clear. Understand that it's all part of the work that we're doing together. Next week will be our 5th step, and this is where you really claim your power full out. Now you are going to step out. So thank you again so much for joining me this week. I'm honored that you're making this journey with me on this path. Bless you.